All right, now I need my show notes, which are up here, and I need chat, which is down
He's
here.
peeing on a tree outside.
He hung
Oh,
himself
fuck.
again.
Good thing we have time.
Jerking it. Okay. Hello and welcome to the OTR podcast. You're about to join James, Will, and Corey as they smack around the week's game news like a red-headed stepchild. And as promised, I'm going to drink this ice water real quick. Excuse me. I need to shave. Trim at least a little bit.
But I'm not doing it until the razor looks.
I-
Problem with this is okay. It looks bad, but I got the goatee going, so it's kind of.
Are you kidding me? I just got farted on. Can you believe that?
I'm here, Fusion. I'm working on the beard. I've got the goat. I'm working on the beard.
Meh.
At least until the Rays lose, which should be sometime after
Sure.
October. Hopefully. Preferably. Possibly.
We're starting late yet again.
Lately.
There's a shocker.
Indeed, he is. He's actually full size, Caleb. He is. It's a he, and he is. I want to say 18 months old now. So about a year and a half, getting to about a year and a half. That is his full size. He should only grow outward now, no longer upward or longward.
Longward.
Longward, longer, longly.
Langley.
I hope Caleb can hear me because I just said all that, and if he can't hear me, then that was kind of pointless. I'd have to type it all out,
So,
which I'm probably not.
We're gonna
gonna
have
do
to look
because
it
I
up.
can type that fast. Cool, he can hear me. All right.
everybody should hear you. We're recording and broadcasting.
Holy crap.
Everybody be on your best behavior.
Beagle Boston Terrier, actually, yes. Pain in the ass, but I love him. What are you doing down there? Oh, boy.
South Park attempts to teach Minecraft to adults. Hey, did you hear?
Blamed for a child beating? Or a child bullying? Or child
Yeah,
violence
he
thing?
brought like a knife and a gun to,
yeah, and
to
they
school.
blamed Minecraft. Yeah.
Because Minecraft has guns.
yeah. Minecraft.
Here's what you can do when
Something that's being
I took a
taught in
shit.
first grade classes. Jesus, man.
Take it out, man. Take it out.
Jesus, man, will you stop beating the fucking chair?
That was a terrible,
I know, it's
terrible.
horrible. I don't even know what I said.
It was not in English. I don't recall.
Like some
I just can't handle a cop.
Some
I
amount
can't
of
do it.
train spotting.
All right, so
I'm gonna go ahead and risk the lawsuit from Rockstar and be able to talk about online. So the test is over, so the non-disclosure agreement should be lifted by now.
the test is over.
The test ended last night, so
So the NDA should be up.
yeah, and it's coming out tomorrow.
That's what
morning,
we're gonna
so,
say. It's
I
coming
mean,
out tomorrow, and nobody really watches this show, so it's okay.
Worst comes to worst, we get a cease and desist from Rockstar, which would probably be better than this podcast will be.
So
We get people listening
if you
to it.
guys, yeah, we have two people that are gonna know about this GTA Online. We're
That I
gonna
don't have horribly a lot of details because I couldn't access them.
we're gonna release all this information, and you guys aren't gonna
I'm
be
going to
here.
release my impressions from half hour of gaming on online. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll have more tomorrow, I'm sure. All right. Woosah.
What's up? What's up? I don't know what that was.
That's the wrong date, so I'm gonna fix that.
You should.
Can't highlight the right thing either.
Yeah, no moon. What the fuck? Massive apparently left.
High five!
Tuxtaku is not hanging out.
Kai and Tai. Where's Kai and Tai? Is he here?
No, he's having some health problems today. Apparently, he's not feeling too well, according to his Facebook posts.
I don't care if he's sick and dying. Our show needs to be on his ears.
If he's in a coma at this very moment, we at least need to be playing on the TV. I don't know how, but you figure it out.
Yeah,
That's not my job.
he's either playing GTA 5 World Series of Poker, making
You know-
some more of his game, or he's resting because he's not feeling well.
Well, Kai and Tai, we hope you feel better, and we hope you're listening to this well, you're not going to hear this anyways because we're not on the show yet. But I am recording, so if you watch it on Ustream, you'll see it.
Guess I should pour my drink.
Yeah, we're going to do a snack review here in a little bit, so go ahead and get it cooled up and ready to go.
Just a cream soda.
Let's go ahead and get this started.
It looks like urine when you take certain types of medication.
It's like I'm dehydrated, man.
No, not dehydration. It's the type of color you get when you have to take UTI medication.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I've
Well,
already tasted
Am I the
this
only one
and I'm
here
pretty
that's
sure
not a
Will has.
UTI? I mean, come on.
I've had a UTI. With
I
I
haven't.
mean,
Not one.
And you slept with
burned.
Ashley, so that's...
I know.
wait. Oh, that
worrisome.
Ashley. Okay. Sorry. All right, let's get this show on the road. You're not supposed to be drinking that yet, but that's okay. Hello and welcome to the OTR podcast for September 30th, 2013. I'm your host, James, and with me, as always, is...
William.
And
Corey!
what is up, guys? Will, what have you been playing this week?
A mixture of, well, I'd say 90% GTA and about 10% Madden. Just because I don't want to... What is the wording for it? I want to take playing GTA slow, so I have to take a
You want
break
to
of
pace
it.
yourself.
Yes.
Which
And
is great because
I've
I'm
got
at...
about 22% complete, but I've also been dicking around a lot too. I mean, like a lot. Like just trying to. These cops are nothing to play with at all. I mean, not even a
No.
little bit. Not even a little bit. It's just, I don't know.
The only thing that pissed me off about cops is like the first time I was like just barreling down the highway, you see them sitting catty cornered like you do in real life, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna get pulled over. They never pull you over.
No, I agree with you. I've driven down the back alley roads, and like you see them behind like a sign or on the side of the road, and you're like, you speed past them 110, assuming, and nothing. So I completely agree with you. That's kind of a cool detail, but kind of a failing on their part. But then again, I mean, if they catch you speeding there, they're going to pull you over or try to get you for every time you're going past them.
And one thing,
I
Yeah.
don't see cops in the city though.
before when I first learned that there was going to be 3 protagonists in this game, I was like, it doesn't seem like a very good idea. But now I'm actually playing the game. It's one of the best decisions that Rockstar's ever made.
Well,
Like
it's because
literally.
I mean, how could you ever doubt Rockstar?
Well, I never
what
said
they're
I
gonna
never
do?
said with doubt.
No, I'm saying I agree. I had my my doubts as well, but you know, at the same time, it's like this is Rockstar. And I'm not going to put out something unless it's going to be fucking awesome.
Plus, when you get further into the game and you're having to switch between all three, that's when it
Did
becomes real
Rockstar
fun.
make that ping pong game too in the Xbox?
Yeah, they did. That was their test version
So
of the Unity engine, I believe.
I've literally haven't seen a bad Rockstar game yet. Haven't.
No, Red Dead. Well, Max Payne 3.
It's
I was not a
bad,
fan.
and you just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
not a fan of it. I mean, it was. It looked good, and if you like the game,
Well, it took a lot of things from Max Payne, like the gun wheel and a couple of the the way you get the cover and
slow time. Yeah, so
Yeah.
all
Well, basically, what GTA 5 is and what other people have said already is that it's more or less just a greatest of a lot of their other games. So you have bits and pieces from every successful game that they, used elements of. I know, 3-1. Oh. Fusion, the
There's a-
latest GTA is
it's a troll.
lame.
Don't worry about it. He's being a troll.
Yeah, he's a troll. It's okay.
Don't feed them.
I will find you.
So
And I will
Corey,
kill you.
You also have been playing.
I have been
GTA?
playing Grand Theft Auto 5, period. There is no other game that I have been messing around with. Every waking moment that I can has been spent on Grand Theft Auto 5 because I haven't had an experience like this since Vice City. And the last good GTA game I played was probably San Andreas. I did not enjoy GTA 4. I enjoyed elements, but for the most part it was an unenjoyable game to me. So my expectations were set really high for 5. I was really worried that they would fall flat like they did before, and thankfully, everything about the game so far.
Have you
minus
sat and
couple
watched
little
TV
things-
yet?
Absolutely. I've spent
What
more
was that-
time
what-
on the internet and watching TV than I have doing some.
What's the name of that superhero? The liberal was it the superhero guy where he goes around. He was one of where he's working a picket line and like he punches the
I don't know.
CEO.
I didn't watch that one. I
funny.
watched one where it was a crazy guy they were doing a documentary on, or like a reality show, and he was holed up in a hotel room with an AK-47 and a little sock on his hand, and the sock was speaking for him. It was fucking one of the most hilarious things I've seen. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying GTA 5, both the single player and the multiplayer.
That's right. So Corey has been privy to
What? The worst game ever. Oh no, has been playing it the last few days. It sucks. Getting a refund tomorrow.
Good luck with that, considering they don't take unwrapped
Dude, you'll be
games.
the one person out of everybody.
Well,
that's
not if you exchange it and then get a brand new copy, then take it.
That's true. You could do that. Yeah.
Dear God, State of Emergency was released by Rockstar. I didn't realize that. That game was fucking violent as hell. It's not surprising now.
I remember when you got that from eBay with your what was it, graduation money? Wow.
Hey, did you get my message earlier? I got my $15 from Best Buy.
Good for you.
It's fucking
Only took
hilarious.
2 weeks.
God, that was fucking years ago. That was back when you were working at.
It was on the original Xbox, yeah. Or the PlayStation, I don't remember.
I myself have
I was able
also
to beat people with
been
with decapitated heads, yeah.
been playing GTA 5 as well every waking hour.
Absolutely.
Picked up a new surround sound system and a bunch of 3D glasses and stuff. So, good stuff.
But yeah, single player, awesome. Multiplayer, because I wasn't able to talk about it the last couple weeks due to a non-disclosure agreement I signed, I have to say that it shows a lot of promise. I didn't get to play a whole lot because they did have a lot of server issues. One of the main things that got me was there was a lot of pop-up issues that came up because they were still tweaking a lot of things.
Do you have the second disc installed or no?
I do. No, I don't have the second
Okay,
disc installed.
good,
No,
good.
it's online only that has
Okay.
the issues. I've had pop-up in single player, but not nearly as bad as in online.
I saw something where a guy like I haven't had this issue one time where he was flying a plane. He must have the second disc installed because it only makes any sense. Like he was flying low, and a tree appeared. There was no tree, and then when he crashed, the tree appeared.
It happens.
I've yet to have any kind of
Yeah.
texture pop up or anything.
I've had
like
some
it.
in the single player, but very, very rarely. And if it is, it's farther off. I've only had it once where an entire side of the road was completely gone and then just showed up out of nowhere.
Jeez.
But yeah, the online portion has a lot of promise in the sense that it's not like GTA 4. It is like GTA 4 in the sense that you're in a city populated with 16 other players and they can come and shoot you and do whatever. But it also has a storyline and activities this time.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
So you basically start off meeting up with Lamar, and I'm not going to give any too much spoilers away. You meet up with Lamar from the game, and he starts introducing you to some people. You started doing some activities like street races, purchasing items so that you can up your street cred. And each time you do a mission, it upgrades your rep, basically, so you can start leveling yourself up to a higher level, which gives you more money, more access to missions.
I hated that in GTA 5 because people would boot you out if you were at a certain level.
well,
In
this,
GTA 5?
I'm sorry,
4?
GTA 4 online. Like if you were,
I thought they had to vote you out.
get the scrub out of here.
I don't care. It's going to happen again most likely, but
killing me?
like I said, I didn't get to play a ton of it. I am stoked because I got my email that because I participated in it, I get a free $1 million just to start, so that's fucking awesome.
That's bullshit. You know why?
Why?
Because it actually goes into one of our first stories here.
Sorry.
But let's go ahead and get the snack review out of the way.
Okay.
So I bought this stuff here. I think I showed it off to you last week, but I'll show you again just in case.
Candy corn soda.
Candy corn
It
soda.
tastes like cream soda, not
It's
candy
cream
corn.
soda. It's
Cream corn.
cream candy corn soda. Oh my god. That just sounds fucking horrible.
Actually, I don't know. That makes
No. Actually, no. Candy corn is nasty as shit as it is. Creamed candy corn is about as... I'd rather drink diarrhea.
It'd be like drinking a cold can of cream corn.
It's got a nice color to it.
Oh my god, just stop. I'm gonna puke up my hot dogs.
It does taste like a kind of like a modified cream soda.
Thank you. Candy corn is nasty. Absolutely vile
It's
and nasty.
nasty.
So, creamed candy corn, no.
This tastes fucking awesome. I don't care what you
It's
say.
not that bad.
It tastes pretty good.
I'm not a cream soda fan, but this is alright. Jones Zombie Soda.
Jones can pull it off. They've done several flavors that I fucking enjoy.
Pee!
And next week,
You really need to drink more water if you think that looks like your pee, Caleb.
next week we will be trying the red licorice.
Ooh.
I already
With
tried it myself.
Frankenstein on the front.
It's actually pretty good. But yeah, I would definitely get the cream soda if I was into drinking sodas as I used to be. I'd probably get that a little bit more often.
I mean,
but-
because Jones is the best.
I mean, it does use real sugar, so
Soda out there.
having it every once in a while is not that bad. But
Yes, Fusion, we do not have booze because the last time we went crazy with booze and was it Skittle vodka or something?
Oh
that
my
was
God.
the worst episode ever.
Worst
Other
or the
than
best,
first
depending
one.
how you look at it. I mean,
I left. I was a little bit woozy. I was able to sober up before I drove, and then apparently you slept under the desk and James stripped naked and humped your head. I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
it
it
was a nasty thing that happened.
I passed out. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
Anywho, moving on to what I was saying earlier about the $1 million you're getting.
$1,000,000.
Rockstar confirms that they are getting microtransactions for GTA Online.
Indeed. Which sounds a lot more sinister than it probably.
It does.
Is there
It
gonna
sounds
be,
bad, but
is the hidden treasure in the water on the online too? Because I mean,
I don't know yet. I didn't get to go on.
you know, I don't think they're going to have a lot of things that are exploitable like that online if they're going to be charging money for it.
They're not charging money for it in the sense that they're giving you the option to jump ahead, basically.
But if you can exploit it, people would do that as opposed to actually giving you money.
Well, could you do something like in Borderlands where you say if I give you $500,000, but I back out when I'm giving it to you? I haven't, and that doesn't save. Can you turn autosave off or no?
Considering it's probably
Autosave can be turned on. I had to turn it off for mine because it would have potentially erased my single-player game. I got a big list of things not to do. Don't launch it from basically the way you can jump into online is that during the first loading screen, you can hit A and immediately go into online. I couldn't do that. You
That's a
had
bad
to
idea.
go by either the weapon wheel, or not the weapon wheel, but the character selection wheel. So what the cool thing about that is you're going to have your 3 characters as normal, but that 4th spot is automatically going to be reserved for your online character.
Cool.
So you can jump right into it just from the character selection
How was
wheel.
the creative player?
The creative player was pretty robust, actually. There's not a lot of personal. How do I say this? There's not a lot of personal customizations. You can't customize your body type. It's always going to be like a similar body type. But you have a slider for your mother's influence and your father's influence over you. You can choose their nationalities, which will change your complexion and change some stuff about you. I personally chose a European mother, and my father was John Marston because I apparently had that option.
That is awesome.
I don't know if that's going to be in the full game or not, but yes, I chose John Marston and made him the most influential person in my life. You can change your attributes, so you have certain hours of activities you can do per day. So you have sleep, and the more sleep you allocate to yourself, the more energy, the more stamina you have. The less sleep, it goes down. You can choose different things like your family values, which will bring up your fighting skills and stuff like that. It makes more sense once you get into it. But as you're changing your skills, it starts changing your character's clothing to make them more like a thug, to make them more like a preppy. So they give you a lot of cool little details like that. And then you can go change your clothes, of course, whenever you want to. But as you level up, I think you can increase your stamina and stuff like that, just the way you do in the normal single-player game.
Yeah, and for those of you who may not know, John Marston is the main character from
Red Dead Redemption.
Which is awesome. If you played the game, if you haven't played it, you have to go play it.
If you haven't played that game, then I will buy it and send it to you as long as you play it immediately.
It's an awesome game.
Favorite game of all time. Took over Tecmo Super Bowl. My favorite game for.
I don't know if I can do it.
And for the amount of money, you say if you pay $20 for it, you're gonna get at least $60-$70 worth of gameplay out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god,
definitely.
yeah. No, that game. I want to go play it again just to play it again.
It's just right now, just with the list of games I have, not to mention a new console coming out, I am overwhelmed with.
I wish
gaming.
it kind of makes me. I wish they would have brought the Red Dead Redemption out to PC because I mean, imagine what they could have done with the mods with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ice Mod, that'd be cool.
Oh,
But you can see that GTA 5, they took some things from.
Oh yeah, I mean you go
The
through
mod
that
community.
trailer parkish area and you start seeing the cacti. I'm sorry.
Cacti.
And you know the barns and things like that. I started really feeling like Red Dead Redemption again, except I'm driving a Bugatti through cows and
I woke up in a
wildlife.
Bugatti. Fuck.
Fuck. At least I'm not the only one who watched a fine video like that. Anyways, to finish up that with detail,
So
according to you,
$1.25 million is going to cost you roughly $21.68.
Say what now? I didn't get to read the full details. What's the break
Uh-huh.
it down for us, James?
looks like approximately $3.20 to $21.68 in U.S. Comes in denominations of 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, and 1.25 million. So if I'm reading this correctly, $1.25 million will bring you, will cost you $22 a
Is
dollar.
the-
Shit,
is
they
the
give
box-
us some good fucking value.
Is the Bach
Maybe.
Index the other?
Bossack?
Is that the online only or something?
Bossack is online only. If you're disconnected from live, you cannot do it because apparently with Bossack, and I might be mistaken, the actions that players make in buying stocks will affect the overall worldwide value. And you can actually go on the Rockstar website and watch the stock market from the Rockstar.
This is
website,
news to
from
me.
I
What?
understand. The Bossack website. So you have the two stock markets.
Yes.
The one of them is in game. The second one can only be accessed if you're on Xbox Live. And I believe, and like I said, I might be getting the details wrong. I read this online somewhere. The decisions that people make on the Bossack stock market will actually affect the stock market. So if you have a bunch of people doing different things, buying stocks that are, sucky, it could potentially raise the price of those stocks because you have more interest in them. And I believe you can go on a website and check out everything that's going on in real time.
Nice.
Well, if
That
you
I
had the
did not know.
fucking well, you can probably use the app yourself on your.
That would explain how I
your
fucked it up.
My iPod, yes, I've been playing. I've been training Chop the dog. I customized some cars on the app, and I also trained Chop the dog to sit, beg, and shake. And then I also won some collars for him that show up on him in the game, and it raises his happiness level so that he actually does the stuff you want him to do when he's in the actual game. Otherwise, if he's not, happy and he doesn't have food, he won't do it. He'll start barking at you and trying to bite you.
I played fetch with him for a little bit.
Yeah, fetch is cool.
With a ball.
Apparently, you can do that with a grenade, and I did not know that.
Poor thing.
If you kill him, does he respawn?
I would imagine so. I accidentally killed a main character, and they were fine.
Did you?
Yeah.
I killed somebody in the game too. And
I ran over,
I don't know if they came back. I shut it off. I was like, no, we'll lose missions.
Whatever you do, don't hit Michael's wife, because she will hit you up with hospital bills.
Really?
Yes.
That's one of the cool things that happened with me. The first time that Michael and Franklin met, right?
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't. I mean, this was right after the first time they met with the whole, gun to his head thing. So they hadn't officially gotten to become friends.
Yeah.
So they were still separate, but I saw that they were really near to each other. And one of the really cool details is you can meet them up and they start, just basically you go out and you drive, one character to another character on the map. So it's not really technically a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time I did it, I took Franklin to Michael and they started talking to each other saying, I'm sorry about what happened. I'll buy you a beer. And it was like, holy crap, they actually addressed this.
Oh.
And then I hit Michael with my car. And it said Michael has been injured, and I switched back over to him, and he came out of the hospital. I switched back to Franklin. I got a text message from Michael, and it said, "Don't worry, I'm not going to press any charges, but I told the hospital to send the bill your way, and it took the money out of my account."
Yep.
No,
Yep.
there was a guy online was saying also that he got one time he was shooting rockets at Michael's house, and Michael sent a text, "Can you please stop shooting rocket launchers at my house?"
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
I have got to see
Well,
that.
I'm sorry. And one time that he was just hanging around his house, and he texts him like, "Are you staying outside, creeping around my house? Stop it!
That's awesome.
Awesome, dude. I got to try that out.
You're scaring my
Yeah,
wife."
so I have I got to rehost this real quick, but I have a video that I took earlier where I had gotten, I think, 3 or 4 stars before going into a mission. And we're sitting there, having a chit chat about the mission, and all of a sudden cops bust down the door, and they're just emptying clips into us. And Michael, by the end of it, is just bleeding half to death, and he's not even the one that caused the stir.
I got to watch this video.
It's hilarious. I'll get it uploaded though.
Yeah, I had the one moment where Trevor and Franklin had never officially met, and I met them up, and they basically started talking shit to each other, and I tried to have Franklin hit Trevor, and I couldn't do it, and then I switched to Trevor, and I had him punch Franklin, and Franklin killed me with an AK-47.
Nice.
Like, fuck you, mother nigga!
Yeah,
Excuse the
that's
N-word, by the way. I was just kind of throwing out what he said.
that's okay. In this game, holy crap, they threw that around a lot.
Well, I mean, it's that culture.
Yeah,
And at least it wasn't Michael or Trevor saying it.
that's true. Oh, dude. Later on in there, though, what's his name? Trevor says it.
Does he?
Yeah, he goes, "Hey, what's up, my N-word?"
Trevor's a crazy motherfucker.
I love Trevor. Trevor's hilarious.
Yeah, I've got. Have you gone to the tattoo parlor with him yet?
No, not yet.
I've got tattooer. It's Sick Puppies. He's got a tattoo of titties on his titties. Fuck cops on his abdomen, and then he's got a pig with his backside, and like his anus is on his butt or belly button hole.
So
And
do
then
you?
all kinds of other stuff.
When they're referring to Laszlo in this game, they're referring to the DJ, right?
He's actually in the game. Have you not seen him?
Have you not
I
done a mission
have.
where
I
this-
kind of drew a tattoo on him.
Did you?
Yeah,
How'd you do that?
it's part
Later
of a
on?
mission.
Okay, because the only mission I've had with him was when I had Michael's daughter when Trevor and Michael first meet.
Yeah.
And you have to chase him, and I
Ka-chunk.
won't go any further after that. But
Ka-chunk, chunk.
Oh dear.
And then they give you a choice on the chest or on the back. I chose back, and he drew a penis on his back.
Nice.
It was hilarious.
You run into him again?
Oh yeah. He's a big part of the story actually. Well,
Which is-
not a big part. I'm sorry.
Which is awesome in the fact that he's been around since GTA 3, and it was one of the most memorable things about GTA 3. Plus, he's been in like almost every other iteration so far.
yeah.
Is he on the radio all this time or no?
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, crying like a bitch.
Oh, you wait
He's talking
until
about
later.
how confident he is, and he starts talking, and suddenly he starts talking about how bad his life is and how much everyone hates him, and he starts weeping on the fucking... I fucking hate my life, man! It fucking sucks being a celebrity, but at least I have a car.
America's most racist man. I don't like you. I have a problem with you.
Which, the thing about the radio, too, is the fact that there's 200 hours, but I'm hearing the same stuff over and over again now.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I've been playing it so long, but I mean, some of these stations I don't listen to because I just don't like any of the music on them.
Yep.
But the talk station I've heard almost everything on. I hear the same stuff on the pop radio all the time. I woke up with one of the songs stuck in my head today. It's not so bothersome because I'm not really paying as much attention to it as I could be.
So I just posted a link in the IRC that should be my public page, or it should be a public post. It's the first video on the list there. How long is it? I don't know. I'm not going to watch it during the show. I'll show you guys afterwards.
Yes, please.
So anyways, moving
I
on.
have another.
Xbox One, they were talking about allowing extended recordings and picture-in-picture with commentary. This isn't really new news after I got to reread the article. But anyways, it's still 5 minutes as far as I can see. They've confirmed that, and they feel that is optimized for high-quality production. So
Do they have the option of letting you do a lower quality for longer?
I didn't see it in the article. That was the updated part
I wouldn't
of it.
see why you probably need more than maybe 5 gigabytes for like you say for more even for like a 10-minute one. I wouldn't see why it'd be more than 5 gigabytes of information.
As far as I know, the PS4 for sure is only recording in 720 and 30 frames.
Which is not a huge
Ooh.
thing. 720 is still
I mean, it's nice, but it's not, next gen.
That's pretty much. I mean, since
without taxing your overall your like when you run fraps, you can definitely tell there's.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you don't really want it to be like 1080 at 60 frames per second because it will bog down your system quick.
Oh
I
yeah.
agree.
I mean, you're taxing the hard drive pretty good there too, because you're trying to read from it for graphics and you're trying to write to it for recording. So yeah, nothing new there. What else we got?
3-1.
The Valve. I think we talked about it last week. We knew about the OS. So after that, they released 2 more surprises. One being a controller. What was the second one? The second one was the
Steam
Steam
box.
box itself.
Yeah. Which we haven't seen yet, I don't believe.
Is it Steam that's actually making hardware?
I
Because
believe-
last week we were told it was not by somebody in IRC.
I think that they were thinking about the Piston, which was financed by Valve, but not actually endorsed by Valve, and they actually had some of a falling out, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I believe the Steam Box is a specific peripheral that they are releasing. I could be mistaken.
They are going to be releasing, I think it was 300 beta units. To sign up for it, you have to join the Steam University community group and agree to the terms and conditions. Add 10 friends on Steam if you don't already have them. Create a public Steam community profile and play a game using the gamepad in big picture mode. I signed up for it, but the only thing I haven't done is played a game in big picture mode. So I probably won't be getting it. But
No. Which is good on them for the fact that they're not only promoting Steam to other people by getting people to join, but they're also making sure that you're utilizing some of the aspects that they're going to be pushing as a feature for the Steam box when it releases. So, big picture mode and all these other features that they're asking you to participate with are stuff that they're going to be pushing. So, good on them. They're not just choosing people at random.
now this controller, we've all gotten a good look at it now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Five.
What do you think? I mean,
I think that, again, with companies like Rockstar and Valve, they're not going to release something that's shit. Or at least the most part, they're not going to put out something that's going to be a cheap piece of crap. They're really going to put their time into it. I think it's kind of an odd step because of the way of it not having as physical nubs for your analog sticks. It's a trackpad.
It looks like it could be really customizable. I mean, like
It's going to be fully hackable, they said. So they can do.
I don't like the term. I don't like the term hackable. Maybe more customizable.
They use the word hackable.
Hackable goes along with moddable. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they can do
They don't
pretty much
mean-
a bunch of different things with it. So the community can have their way with it.
I agree with you. I don't like how it doesn't have actual sticks. I think sticks are a big.
The thing is, though, is that all the reviews that have been coming in so far, generally, they said that at first it's unusual because you're so used to the Xbox controller, but that there's a certain rumble feature in it, and it feels like there's something underneath it.
There
so
is.
that-
It's a haptic feedback.
a
they
haptic
said.
feedback, yeah, so that it feels like you're actually using a controller, and it's a lot more accurate than an Xbox 360 controller was. They're trying to make this as accurate as a computer and mouse, which is a very high task.
High resolution, yeah.
Yeah, but the people that have reviewed it so far, including some of the people that were RTS, old school RTS gamers, said that it was very promising. So again, this is the beta version of the controller, so it's not the official. They're going to make lots of tweaks. They did listen to the developers. Apparently, the developers said that it seemed like they were very open to making changes as it is a beta product at this point.
It just, I don't know. It looks funky for one.
It does look funky, but I think that's because we're so used to the standard, since the NES, you've had raised analog sticks, you've had raised buttons. This has a trackpad.
But when I read that, what I think about is trying to play first-person shooters on a tablet. And I just, it's
a tablet doesn't
atrocious.
have haptic feedback, though. I think that's going to be a big thing. They said it seems like it's not a lot, but they've done it in a way that it actually feels right.
I hope you can still use
Send me
your
one
own
of those
controllers on
units
it,
and
though.
I'll
That's
let
what
you
I'm hoping for, because if you can use your own controllers on your PC, I think you should be able to use your own controllers on.
Oh, yeah.
You
definitely
will
they're
be.
going to.
They said that you will be. Or if you're used to keyboard and mouse, stick with that, but this is just another option.
Yep. This is just something they
I
put
think it
out.
said like 8 buttons or something, and then you have the
There's a
touchpad in the middle. Not for the beta people, but for when it releases, there'll be a touchpad in the middle.
Steam
Kinda like the
controller does
PS4.
feature buttons. There are 16 of them.
Wow.
I
Half of
thought
which-
8 on the front, but
Half of which are accessible, without having to move one's thumbs from the trackpads, which I'm assuming are on the back.
trackpads are on the front.
No, I mean the trackpads. You don't have to take your thumbs off the trackpads to push the buttons. So,
Yeah.
unless you're doing this number.
So you probably have the 4 on the top right and left. Well, the 2 on the top right and left. They said there are several on the back of the controller, and then there's more on the front of the controller. I think that's because it's going to be fully customizable, and developers can kind of develop for it. I believe they said that it's going to be compatible. No, the OS is compatible with all games. I don't know about the controller.
Controller should be, because it's going to be a joypad and B keyboard and mouse,
Yeah.
or interpreted as such, anyways. So you may not be able to bind commands to it as easily, but that depends on the game. Let's see. Moving on. Microsoft says that the Xbox One is a more than a 10-year journey this time around. They said this one was going to be 10 years, and it sounds like they're going to try and keep it 10 years. But when would you say that you started or have you noticed that the Xbox 360 has kind of met its peak?
I haven't.
You know?
Well,
GTA 5 completely blew my expectations away, both in terms of gameplay and just the quality. I thought that, if you were talking about like the epitome of graphics and all that, some of the Mass Effect games, what was another one that just Red Dead Redemption. There's been a couple games where you look at it and you're like, they can't get much better than this. But at the same time, then GTA 5 came out. But GTA 5 is a beast in and of itself.
It's very true. I mean, Rockstar is probably one of the very few developers out there that would actually push the Xbox further than it probably should be.
I think they did.
yeah.
They did some kind of magic. They made a deal with the devil somehow to make this game.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen it on the 360 yet, so I'm not sure what it. I'm
sure
assuming it's pretty
not
close
much
to different than the PS3. Well, yeah. So, Will, what do you think? 10 years? Do you think they can make it more than 10 years?
Well, considering it's 8 cores compared to what was triple core before,
Yeah.
I could definitely see him keeping around for at least 10 years, because how far they've gone with triple core and
It's
only
true. And it doesn't
512.
necessarily mean they won't come out with another console sooner. It just means that they'll be
No, I don't know.
overlapping like they are now.
I don't think. I mean, they. What's the way to put this? If you, they need to at least get 10 years out of this. At least.
They're going
Well,
to.
yeah, I think they can. If
they
got,
have to, in the sense that, as I was telling James before the show, is they have to do 10 years because they don't know where the market is going, and right now it's kind of in flux.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
mobile taking over, and then you have the Steam box coming out with their thing. So I don't think that consoles necessarily have a future as big as they are now, depending on what happens. So Microsoft has to plan around that. They have to make this last as long as possible until
hope
they
to
can
God
get an idea of what's going to happen.
Mobile does not take over fucking consoles.
I seriously don't think it's going to, but I just think it's more prevalent, and then it's taking some revenue and some fans away from console gaming because they focus more on handheld and mobile gaming.
Well, they already. I mean, there's a lot of talk about gaming and gamers and what is considered gamers nowadays. Like I was just watching a video today, and what was his name? Mark. What's his name? Mark Burton.
I forgot
his name, but anyways, he's over at Infinity Ward, I think it is. Anywho, he was talking about how like there's two groups of people that play Call of Duty.
Bowling?
No, that's not it.
Okay, he's not Infinity Ward anymore. I'm sorry.
But he's talking about there's gamers that play Call of Duty, which they aren't actually surprisingly the biggest part of Call of Duty as far as the biggest group. He says that there's people that they don't consider themselves gamers, yet they play Call of Duty and only Call of Duty and maybe like
How would you not consider yourself a gamer?
Mark Rubin, by the way.
That's it, Ruben. Yes. Not that. Yeah, because that's what he said. He interviewed quite a few people, and he said, "Do you consider yourself a gamer?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Well, what do you do?" He's like, "Well, I play Call of Duty." And he's like, "Well, anything else?" He's like,
"Who did you interview? Fucking retard or something?"
No,
I agree
mean,
with them.
They're talking about like a massive group of people from playing multiplayer on Call of Duty.
You got to realize that the term gamer now doesn't necessarily mean a person who plays video games, even in an occasional
What the fuck
sense.
would we call it then?
If you're a
casual player of some sort. I was thinking, like, what would you call them? But at the same time, when you think about
he doesn't know what to call
the
him.
subsection of a gamer, a person that's only playing Call of Duty and kind of does it in a passive way and doesn't like do it hardcore like we've done.
What the fuck are you buying a system for if you're only playing Call of Duty? Like, I don't
Because they
understand.
enjoy Call of Duty.
He said that they find it more of a social event.
Yeah, I mean, you get together with friends and play Call of Duty. Like,
Are these 10-year-olds on there saying your mom was so fat I had her in my bed last night?
No, people can have the opinion that they're not a gamer. By the way,
I'm not saying that.
He also said that these players.
You're saying a
play
social
more.
event, dude. Unless you're part of a clan, it's not a social event.
It's a social event when you're getting together with friends. It doesn't have to be a clan. If you just have friends that play the same game and you join up in a party together, like Cowhead from Cowhead the Cowhead Show, right?
Yeah.
He plays Call of Duty with a bunch of celebrity friends and with the people on his show, but he doesn't play any other game. He's not a gamer in the sense that he's playing games as a gamer. He's into the culture. He enjoys, chip tunes, stuff like that.
You understand,
He
Chip tunes.
Yeah.
Oh, Will doesn't even know what chiptunes
We'll
is.
move on. We'll talk about
What
that
is chip tunes?
Like 8-bit music.
Yeah.
Ringtones.
No.
No.
Not ringtones. Like any
MIDI.
music.
Ringtones.
Okay, whatever.
That's what MIDIs are.
Good
No.
for you.
Yes.
I'm happy
No.
that you remembered that.
MIDIs are totally different.
Oh, explain to me, James, how the sound of no instruments and electrical sound is any different than what 8-bit music was, James. Explain it to me.
MIDIs are specifically synthesizers or piano.
Okay.
Basically.
And what was gaming music? What was like Mario's? What kind of music is that?
Blips and blops.
That would be I don't know what it would be
Beep, bop,
considered.
bloop.
It's not MIDI though, for sure. Let me see. No, there's nothing I can really play that won't get me a block on YouTube again. We had one last week for me playing Ange's podcast and something else. I forget.
Shame on you.
Oh, it was Alice in Chains. Yeah.
God, why?
We could sing it though.
Well, Will decided to take a phone call mid podcast, so we had about 15 minutes of air to
It
cover.
was
there.
It was Jody from.
I know who Jody
She was
is.
in the hospital. She's going through chemo right now.
Okay, that's
That
not
sucks.
chip tunes.
Ovarian
Man,
cancer.
that's
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. Talk to me about your cancer shit later, please.
That's horrible.
I don't want to talk about your Black Death right now. I am in the middle of something. Please call me later with your growth. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Oh, that'd been priceless if I'd been in there.
That had been horrible.
By the way, if she's ever listening to this, I sincerely apologize, and I am completely sympathetic to.
And she could probably whip your ass too.
Most
it's
likely,
probably
yeah.
true. Yeah. I would put money on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She whipped my ass. Okay, that's saying something right there because of
So
Thank you,
kills.
Caleb. We'll go over that after the show. We'll show Will what a chiptune
That's
is.
what I was trying to go to. Oh, now it goes there. WTF. Whoa, that is badass. I like the site.
Oh, sweet.
That is
old
badass.
school. Old school.
Anyways, trash can format. Blah blah blah. Let's format this shit. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. So Killzone, it kind of irks me that DLC or season passes and whatnot are announced before the game's even fucking released. Which I guess you have to save up and.
It gives you the
Hype up.
incentive to pre-order and buy the collector's edition.
It just
'cause you
irritates
save
me. I don't know why.
$10
It shouldn't irritate me, but it does. Because I saw a comic today that I actually agreed with. It's like 20 years ago. Sweet. I finally worked hard enough to unlock all the cheats and unlock all the extras.
Mhm.
It's like, sweet. And 20 years later, today, it's like, sweet. I just paid for all the secrets and unlocks and everything. It's so true. It's so horrible that we've come that way. But anyways.
Well, in the sense, though, that I think that back then they were able to release games that had to be completed or even somewhat not completed because there wasn't the ability to patch. But they didn't really have the ability to release extra content after they've released the game. I mean, if it's a cartridge especially. So I think had that been an option back then, this would still have been an issue.
well, online wasn't added until fucking almost Dreamcast when Dreamcast.
I still want to take the time one day to work on Super Mario Brothers 1 and incorporate achievements and whatnot into it.
You hit a block.
You hit your
You
first
killed
block.
Koopa.
Major headache unlocked.
Congratulations, you're Princess Another Castle. Bloop.
8 times.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. 0 points each.
No, that's when you use the warp tunnels. But anyways, as I was saying, Killzone Shadowfall Season Pass is for co-op players. So there will be some extra co-op content. Was it 4-person survival against waves of enemies? So it's doing the whole
Years of War.
Gears of War type deal.
I
Or
could
Resistance, I guess,
care
first said that.
less. I couldn't care less about multiplayer DLC anymore.
I mean, if it was co-op and not... What's the word I'm looking for here? I forget the term. it's
Multiplayer.
called.
Competitive?
No, where they're just waves.
Oh, Horde.
Horde, that's it, thank you.
Waves,
Horde.
yeah.
Horde mode. I don't want to see Horde mode. Nobody cares about Horde mode.
People who like to do Horde mode like Horde mode.
Those are the people that play zombies.
Zombie fans
after
like
the
Horde mode.
50th wave, I mean, what else could you possibly do?
You want to like not cover your mouth when you're talking
After
into the microphone?
50th wave, what else could you possibly
Take
do?
on late wave 51.
I don't find that entertaining in the
I don't
least.
either.
I mean, I didn't like it when I was playing Joust when I was growing up, and I don't like it now.
No,
I mean, I've played Gears of War, a couple of Horde missions, and it's like I can see the appeal at first. Then it just gets to the point where it's not fun
Yeah.
to me.
It's more
It's
work
just
than
too
anything.
hectic, and it's more work. That you're right. It's more work than anything else because it's like, fuck, seriously.
Yep. It sucks.
So yeah, I don't care. Did
That's
you
why,
have
that's why I never liked zombies on
Black Ops?
Black Ops?
Black
Yeah.
Ops.
If I had invincibility on that, I would have a lot of fun with it. But I just
Even then, that takes away the fun.
I
don't
want
know.
to see what happens though. I never make it far enough to even see the other
See,
stuff that happens.
that was the big problem with World at War was you had to play the whole first player before you could even access the zombie mode.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, speaking of Killzone, they also have they're boasting dedicated servers, and they are referring to the ones where it just kind of it's kind of like a hub. So your PlayStation communicates to the hub, somebody else's PlayStation communicates to the hub, and it connects you two together.
And then they can kick you from their party.
Your location on the map and your health and stuff like that is processed on your Xbox. And one, I think they said one Xbox, due to quality, actually runs, what is it, mission and scoring? They consider it a session master. So, dedicated servers, what everybody bitches about, they're giving it to you.
And an install size of, if that was a story.
It is, yes.
Sorry.
50 gigabytes.
50 gigabyte install.
Which
is the perfect case for them being able to have a terabyte
hard
drive.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
And that's another reason why you cannot have an all digital thing. This because there's no way. To make it,
Oh, you did it. You did it. You did it. Sorry. You brought it up. I've
You have
gone at length today
I mean,
about
if you want, I mean, people in Canada can't do this.
no, but
Even if I did it here, I
The
think I
thing-
might get a letter in the mail.
the
Why,
thing is
what was
if
this
they-
50 megabyte thing you just
Is this a
downloaded?
required install though? Is that the first thing that comes to mind?
that I don't know.
Like if it's
although
a
I'm
required
assuming it is.
install, then absolutely it needs
Well-
to be something. You need to have a hard.
But if
larger
you're going
hard drive.
digital, yes, that would be a required.
I would,
install.
I would say
Absolutely,
probably half that's probably mandatory install. At least half of that probably.
Well, if you're digital, it's all. So there was a huge argument about stupid digital versus physical copies and whatnot. And the whole thing is like if you really want ISPs and whatnot to blow their caps and to put out better hardware, that's the perfect way to do it.
Until
'Cause
they
your
just
customers
throttle
want it.
you, and then you lose a bunch of customer support.
But your customers want more bandwidth at that point. They have to have it, otherwise they can't do what
then
they
they're
want.
just going to charge you more.
Then they're going to throw money at them. I mean, to a point. I mean,
yeah.
there's a point where you're just being a douche corporation and wringing money out of people, but
I don't know.
I think
It's
it'll be-
a
I think
50
it's a
gig
good-
install. I mean, I know that it's next gen, so it's obviously got a lot more assets to include. But
not to mention, if you think about it, every console since the beginning, it's doubled each time.
yeah, well, I mean, the game itself has doubled in size, doubled in graphics, doubled in software
Size
in general.
is general, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't blame the 50 gigs at all for the game. In fact, I think that's awesome because it really shows you that there's a lot more stuff in it.
From what I read in the article, that they said it shows that it is 50 gigs.
Yeah, so Sony and Microsoft having such, I don't want to say small hard drives because they're not necessarily small. I mean,
They
they're
are.
small in our sense now.
They're small considering
Well, with the
what we're
problem with
used
the
to in our
Xbox is
desktops.
you can't change it out. That's the
true.
biggest thing I can see.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about the PS4 is if they stay the way they are. I mean, we could change it out in the future for what, a 3 terabyte drive or
Yeah.
2 terabyte, whatever they. I don't know what they. I think they're going to use the standard laptop drives again.
That'd
So-
be nice. I mean, like, the sizes are getting so big now. Like, my friend can't play GTA 5 because he has one of the core systems and he doesn't have 10 gig install base.
Ooh, what, he has a core, so it's only got the 4 gigs inside.
Yeah, 4 gigs.
Ouch.
So I'm like getting him or trying to get him to get a thumbstick, but it's like you can't even play the game
Who-
because he doesn't
who's
have
your
storage
friend?
space. Chris at work.
Oh, I don't have a drive anymore. Never mind.
That's
I,
all right.
I was gonna say I had a drive. I'm still trying to get rid of my Xbox 360. So if anybody wants it, hit me up somewhere.
Hit me.
I can't even give it away at this point. Well, yeah, I could, but
Yeah, you could.
Easily.
It's got a hard drive over 10 gigs.
yeah, there you go. If anything, we'll just take it for that.
I love seeing those pictures on like the Facebook pictures where these people are like, oh, I got my GTA with I bought my new Xbox and it's the 4 gigabyte model.
Oh, so
like-
screwed.
Should have sprung higher, buddy.
Better go back to freaking Toys
Take it
R Us
back
or
or
wherever
somewhere
you're
you
at.
got it from.
Let's see. Dusty. Yes, Dusty, the new game by Bungie. Destiny's
Good
website.
Lord, can you say it?
No, I can't today, okay? And I haven't even been drinking. Destiny's website hints at beta access through pre-orders, which is kind of ironic because it was no more than like 3 days ago when I was actually planning on canceling all my pre-orders. Only-
Altogether?
Yeah, because, well, PlayStation, and I went and spent all my money, so now I can't do it. But anyways, PlayStation was doing a sale, or they still are, I think until the end of this next month. What?
I just remember that, like, if you guys get Destiny, that if I get an Xbox, I can't play it.
An Xbox
You
One?
guys- Yeah.
Don't do that.
I don't know, I'll probably get a PlayStation 4 first.
Probably.
Okay, here's the deal.
If I get a console anytime in the near future, it'll be a PS4, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Hey, just eat more Taco Bell.
Eat more Taco Bell.
Speaking of
okay.
which, Taco Bell, guys, hit up Taco Bell. They're giving away PS4s, every 15 minutes until, I think right up until the 12th of November, which is kind of weird because I don't know how you'd get the future before then. But anyways, who else is doing a deal? I thought there was another deal. Oh, Doritos and Xbox One, I think it is. I haven't got to see anything myself.
Doritos
So.
and Mountain Dew and Xbox One.
Yeah, so they give more chances to win
Not
an
only can
Xbox
you
One.
win an PS4, you can also win diabetes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I think you're going to get a lot faster with Taco Bell than you would with Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Dude,
Depending on what you eat.
let me tell
really.
you.
Well, you already get Taco Bell. You can get Doritos and Taco Bell.
That's
so you're
true.
already getting the double whammy. Does that count, by the way?
How does
If I
that
get
work?
Dorito tacos, can I also get an entry for Xbox One?
that should
Ooh.
count.
Ooh.
That should count. Just saying.
Like
But,
a no purchase necessary, just send in like a piece of my shell.
I
Piece
bought
of
this.
Michelle or a piece of a
A
shell?
piece of Michelle,
A
my girlfriend, yes.
We'll
I
send
take a
the arm.
toe and send it in. If you don't give me an entry for Xbox One, another toe will show up next week.
Yeah, but 10
That's perfect for Halloween, man. Perfect for Halloween. Hey, speaking of Halloween, we need to decorate soon.
We do.
I actually after the show I have the thing we can put on at least for next.
We should
week.
do a costumed.
Oh yeah, we haven't got to talk to you. Yeah, we're planning on doing a costume
Give me like a ninja mask.
costume episode for the last episode in October, and we're also going to decorate for the month of October.
Okay.
Uh,
Whoa. Fusion apparently is unaware of Dorito tacos being a legit thing.
Since about 6 months ago.
Yeah, maybe it's not over in his area, and it might be a regional thing, but they do have Dorito tacos with like Cool Ranch and
Cool
regular.
Ranch, the nacho cheese, and Flamin' Hot.
Oh, they got a new one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not hot. They say it is, but it's not. Trust me. It actually tastes more cheesy than hot. It tastes more cheesy than the cheesy.
Interesting.
Yes. And it is actually tasty. But yes, this is a real thing.
Yeah,
They're not that
we'll
expensive.
overnight one to you. Well, actually, 3-day shipping.
They're tasty. Just make sure you eat it right away. Don't let it sit there and soak because it gets disgusting.
Yeah, soggy Doritos is not a good time.
Crunchwrap Supreme. Don't let it sit there for too long because otherwise it does this number, and it's not good when it's
There's a
doing that.
promotion with the Crunchwrap right now. Is that what?
It is
how
the
you
box.
Get? Okay.
There's 2 boxes.
The $5 Buck Box, which, by the way, is just the dumbest name ever.
It's a $5 box.
They call it the $5 Buck Box, I believe.
Don't say $5 box. That's a dumb name.
I know.
I feel
it's,
stupid
it's
saying
like $5. It's got a number 5 with the dollar sign, and they call it the Buck Box. So it's the $5 Buck Box. It's stupid.
Anyways, Taco Bell is the shiznit, and it will give you diabetes if you eat it. Actually, here's the deal. I saw that advertisement, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to be eating Taco Bell every night for a month straight. And then I found out my phone doesn't support short codes. So,
God. You realize why I have a job is because of loyalty programs, and that right there is the reason why loyalty programs work.
well, I'm not going to quit my fucking phone. I said I would. I was joking.
You got Taco Bell for the PS4 promotional loyalty program, and then you go to Burger King constantly to get your Plinko.
Now, Plink Points, that's totally different. I'm getting paid to do something I already do.
I said Plinko, didn't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you said Plinko, and I'm
God,
not
that
playing
was so much
Price
better
is
than
Right.
Plink. Win a gift card.
There's a site called Plinky, though. There's a site called Plinky, and then there's Plink, and then there's Plinko, as in the game.
What?
4-1 on the 6th.
It does not sound lame. It is
Sixth inning.
awesome.
Oh, wait, 8 o'clock.
Sorry.
So you get I think it's a Crunchwrap Supreme, a burrito of some kind, and what is the third one? Just a regular taco
Burrito.
and a drink. So you get 3 little burrito type things to eat. You know what I wish they'd do is
Doesn't you talk about
Grilled-
in tonight, James, for Plinko?
Plink.
Doesn't it end tonight?
I
or
thought
no?
that ended a long time ago.
You're not getting credit for it anymore?
Nope. I haven't been credit for that in a while. Burger King.
Now you just spam my Facebook wall with when you're sharing gift cards.
You know what? You know what? That's exactly what they're trying to do. But the thing that sucks is I didn't do it for 2 days straight, and then they sent me an email today saying, "Hey, if you don't enter again, you lose all your entries." I'm like, "What? No!"
Seriously.
I'm
So
like,
spam away. Spam
I'm like,
away.
spam my friends. I don't give a fuck.
I get it.
I'm just gonna start friending all the joke accounts that people send me and just fucking send them all the shit that I don't need. I'm gonna create a fake Facebook just for Taco Bell.
I do double, so I do it on Twitter too. Here you go. Here you go.
So here's the deal. Then I'll have to. We'll figure it out. I'll split the money if I have to. Here's for spamming you.
Sorry about that.
Here's $1 for every time I've spammed you.
That is $60, I think, 2 months worth. Yeah, I don't know. Also, in the Destiny news, what's his face from Bungie? I forgot his name and I hate myself for that. But let's see. It's coming up slowly. Here's his name, Joseph Stalin. There you go. We'll go with Stalin. He's been working with Bungie for 15 years and has been there through Halo and many other things. It sounds like they're already on track to finish Destiny with no problems without him. So that's why I had it in there to begin with. I was like, he was the story writer, right?
Story writer?
Really?
There was only one?
A story. Okay, you know what? Not the story writer.
One guy in a room.
Fucking story. I'm trying to write it. Got writer's block. No, that's why we have other 15
I
other
wrote
guys in here.
Halo, a game that's as generic as possible, well, in my opinion.
Who burped? Because you just made Caleb throw up in his mouth. Or did you actually burp and you almost threw up in your mouth?
That was the Dorito tacos you had earlier, Caleb. Don't blame us.
Oh, yummy. I had more. You know what? I have stuff on the calendar. Give me just 2 seconds. I'll pull up the calendar. 1, 2. Yeah, I know.
The thing, though, is that they probably have most of the single-player information and storyline done for for Destiny, but they do plan on it being like a 10-year game.
They said a 10-year game.
There's a lot more writing to be done.
Oh yeah, but hopefully somebody will just be able to keep it going.
I agree. I highly doubt.
Hopefully they don't pull a Dexter.
Shush.
I'm not saying anything about the ending. I'm just saying, and speaking of which, please do not mention anything in IRC about that because we're still hiding stuff from him. But anyways, when they switched writers, Dexter went like this. Okay, we're okay here. We can just
Same with
continue
Walking
on this.
Dead.
No.
I actually still enjoy Walking Dead.
Walking Dead has only gone up for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Speaking
sure
of
next
which,
season they're probably going to go down, but
I saw this weekend.
They changed it. Second season, like storyline, fucking sucked balls.
what?
Which one was second
I'm not
season?
saying the storyline.
is the
The
jail?
filler shit that they had in there because who owns it? Is AMC? Who's it?
They have a lot of filler shit.
It's on
though.
AMC's television.
AMC. They slashed their budget and they demanded that they can only do half of their shots inside and half of their shots on the outside.
Well, it's because they didn't know if it was
fucking rules.
because it was good. The first season, the first 6 episodes were good, but they got high ratings. But they didn't know what was going to happen, and they fired the writers, or the writers left. I think one of the two.
the guy who wrote fucking
They had
the
freelance
Green Mile.
people come in. They had to make sure they were going to have enough to support the show. They couldn't, give them $1 bajillion with, freelance temporary writers. They had to do something.
The one guy who made season 1 what it was, they just fired him 3 days after.
I
they
heard it
stopped-
was kind of a difference in opinion, and one left but sort of got fired.
No, he was fired.
I don't know.
So,
Anyway.
anyways, for this week on the calendar, there's of course, eating Taco Bell for the next month. Eurogamer just finished up. Surprisingly, we didn't get a lot of news from Eurogamer. Not nearly as much as the last 2 expos.
True.
Excuse me. Hopefully that didn't make it throw up too. That was a little bit smoky, not going to lie. What else? Of course, there was Us Tonight. And
What
demo
are you
for
doing?
Beyond Two Souls comes out tomorrow. However, I got to play that this last weekend. And I'm not impressed.
Not yet.
No, I'm not impressed at
Just
all.
gameplay, visuals.
Gameplay. Visuals it's a beautiful game. Gameplay, I'm still on the wall with, but controls wise and what the whole game is gonna be,
I'm confused as hell as to what it's supposed to be. I know it's supposed to have
It's
like a
just
paranormal.
QTEs.
You have a girl. You have a ghost with a girl, and they have special abilities. And
Willem
she
Dafoe
goes
and
into the
Paige.
military, and I don't know.
So, yeah, I mean it's basically just QTEs all over the place.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, Heavy
it
Rain
is the game.
Heavy Rain had a lot of QTEs, but they were done in a way that it made it coolish for a
Coolish.
QTE. Well, because I'm never going to say a QTE is cool.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
I like the Spider-Man ones. If you ever see YouTube, I think it's Spider-Man QuickTime Event Fail or something. Just look at it; it's hilarious.
I've seen it, and ugh,
I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about our viewers, all 3 of them.
I gotcha.
So you guys are watching our live show. We'll have the recordings up probably in about a month because that's how long it takes me to do them apparently. But I don't know. Anyways, I'll work on doing the recordings and hopefully get those up by the weekend. I don't have any other stories. The only other thing we had
Really?
was that's it for stories.
I got to get the concrete date, but Last of Us is getting single-player DLC, I believe in December or January, which anyone that's played the game, obviously don't say anything in the chat, but it's interesting to see what happens and how they play things out. I believe they said it's going to be in the same time frame, but a different character. But I'm looking forward to that. I don't have Last of Us anymore because I sold it while it was still popular, so I could buy something else. I can't remember what it was.
Sorry. What?
Huh?
No. Nothing. I just have to pay full price to get a copy now, but I'm going to keep an eye out on.
You didn't have a PlayStation 3 when I bought that game.
That's true. Or when you sold it either, for that
Yeah.
matter.
Will did,
Yeah.
but I wasn't about to lend him anything.
Mm. Damn. That's cold, dude.
Like his mother's bed.
Whoa.
Oh, God. Did I
Whoa.
really just say that? I apologize to the both of you.
My mother's dead, you asshole.
I'm like Batman.
I'm
man.
going to think about that one for a couple. That's as bad as when I was
James,
talking to my friend Brian. And he was talking about how he was using his father's car to get to work. I was like, so what's your dad use? And he, not knowing full well that his father passed away a week prior.
Oh.
And he just goes, yeah. And I was like,
Just kick me in the balls, okay? We'll call it even.
That won't even be even. He needs to take a testicle.
That's a bit much.
God, I can't believe I just said that.
I guess you could say that's a bit testy. Oh, sorry. That was dumb. I apologize. So, and nothing else announcement-wise or anything? I think we're good.
Nope. I'm
Yeah.
pretty much good to go. Gonna go play some more Grand Theft Auto probably tomorrow night.
Of course.
You
All
think?
right. Well, this has been James for the OTR podcast.
This has been Will.
And Corey.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Peace, yo!
I think Caleb got lost.
James and Will's mother passed away in our apartment complex, or in our apartment. She was living with us, 4 or 5 years ago? So, yeah, she passed away. Yeah. Yeah, I just completely just said something really inappropriate about their passed away mother.
But it was funny. It's all good. Oh, shit.
Sweet. I got confirmation. Yeah, you should be free to talk about it tomorrow. Well, luckily this is going to be released.
Yeah, we can talk about it, but it actually
Yeah, I know, right, Effin? Jeez. Not only do I insult his dead parents,
breaks an NDA. Live on
I break a non-disclosure agreement from Rockstar. Awesome.
So don't forget to share this and tweet it out to Rockstar employees.
Yeah, John Marston could be your father. You know, all the different sliders that you can use, the different activities.
See, all that stuff we already tried to do. I mean, man, we already
Not the character customization, but the mother and father and all that. Yeah.
And Nico. Nico's gonna be one of your brothers.
Who?
Nico from the character in the War. And also
I didn't get an email from Fusion. I didn't get an email